That's because your body needs water. You can't live a life without water. A lot of people don't like water. They've become trained into drinking flavored drinks and energy drinks and iced teas and coffee and Crystal Light and all these different flavored drinks. Well, water is an essential ingredient that gives life to humans, and our body is 76% water. We are water creatures with a bag. We're a bag of water, basically. And what happens is your body can't get healthy if you're not drinking enough pure water. And that's water that's not tied up in a flavor. It's not colored. It's not seasoned. It's not sugared. It's not salted. Water should be pure water. And when it's pure water, it has the best ability to remove toxins and to remove poisons from your body. If it's already coming into your body tied up with something, like let's say you're drinking coffee or sodas or even, juices and things like that, which are a little better choice, they still don't have the free water. And what happens is your systems eventually will start to fail because you need fresh water. You can't go without water. All right. And so what I try to do is I try to have at least 2 big solo cups of water every morning before I do anything else. After I go to the bathroom, of course, I drink 2 big glasses of water. I gulp it. The first one goes down easy. The second one, not so easy. And then it's a mission for me to get through at least a gallon of purified water each day. Sometimes I fall short. Sometimes I go over it, but it has to be something that I set up to be successful at. Because if I wait to get thirsty, I've made a big mistake. Because if you wait till you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And that's not a good thing. So you want to drink water before you're thirsty, so you're not dehydrated. The same thing goes with food too. So that would be my first one. Number 2 is you got to exercise or move your body every day. Walk, jog, swim, practice yoga, do push-ups, leg lifts, whole body vibration, whatever it takes. This is an immutable law, meaning it cannot be ignored. If you ignore the law of movement, nature will slowly or quickly, surely eliminate you. That's some strong language. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. If you're not moving your body and exercising and distributing those nutrients to the body every single day, walking, jogging, swimming, yoga, do push-ups, leg lifts, whole body vibration, the law of nature will eliminate you. You're no longer viable. You can't remove toxins. Your body cannot get strong. You can't move towards friendliness and away from pain if you're not moving. So I exercise and move my body every day. And for me, sometimes it's just going for a walk after dinner, 20, 30 minutes of discipline walk. I have a little hill that we have close to my house, and my wife and I, we march up and down that hill. We walk down to the bottom, turn around and march back, and then I do push-ups on my way up, and I do leg lifts and stuff. And I don't care who sees me. I want to be healthy. So I move and exercise every day. Number 3 is eat live food. Lots of fresh vegetables, okay? And low sugar food. At least 75% of your dietary intake should be plant-based, okay? Now, that conflicts with these keto diets and these high protein and low carbohydrate diets. But I'm telling you, carbohydrates that are vegetables, that are raw and lightly cooked or grilled or steamed, and eating fruit, which has low sugar amounts, is not the same thing as eating carbohydrates. See, these are complex carbs. These carbs are easily digested. They carry nutrients to your body. They carry fiber, and they help to cleanse your insides out. So these fresh veggies are really important. And then if you are suffering with low muscle tone, you're getting older and your body is losing muscle tone, then you need to supplement with more protein. All right. Number 4, eat high quality protein only, no processed meats. Try to stay away from processed meats. I am telling you, I'm going to have to just hold on one second. I'm on the live radio right now. Can I call you back? Okay. I guess that's a yes. So you want to eat high quality protein. Try to stay away from the processed meats, the cold cuts, the deli cuts, the sausages, anything which is processed, pickled, flavored is not as good of a choice as protein. Now, protein is how you rebuild muscles. If you don't have enough protein, you cannot rebuild muscles, okay? So that's important to know that. So that's number 4. Number 5 is take supplements. All right. You know, what is a supplement? A vitamin, a mineral, and other plant-based nutrients. Why? Because we are not getting as many or as much of these critically important nutrients in our food anymore. And that's due to processing, bad farming practices, excessive fertilizer, insecticides, pesticides, fresh food that is stored too long or shipped too far. Our food source is becoming almost poisoned and putrefied if you're not wary of what you're buying and what you're looking at. You cannot assume that the fruit and the vegetables that you're looking at the store were grown in a sustainable way. You cannot be sure of the nutrients that's within it. I mean, you hope and pray that all these green veggies and these different colors are giving you health and life, but then you find out that they've been radiated on their way from the grower to you, or they were grown in a non-sustainable way where the only thing they did was replace fertilizer to make it green and big, and it's not, doesn't have the trace elements, the minerals. So it's important that we take supplements in the form of vitamins and minerals to be healthy. And below is my list for essential supplements needed to ensure you have the right stuff to boost your immune system. Now, this is critically important. I feel for you if you don't believe in supplementation, because without supplementation, you might be missing a critical part of health and healing in life without supplementation. So the first thing that happens is this is my list for essential supplements, and they need to ensure you have the right stuff to boost your immune function. Okay. Stress causes vitamin and mineral depletion. When we're under heavy duty stress, whether it's toxins, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical stress, our vitamin and minerals are depleted naturally. So we need to take more to offset that. Stress will need you to increase specific nutrients and supplements besides your regular multivitamin dosage. So when I look at vitamins and supplements, I have a certain amount that I take every day to maintain and sustain my wellness. And then I have other amounts that I'll take when I'm not feeling well, or I think something is wrong, to boost and to help overcome whatever that malady might be, whether it's a chest cold, whether it's, you know, an infection somewhere in my body that I was not aware of. I will double up on vitamins and supplements to make up the difference for those. And it works very well for me. So this first part is simply just what I do every day. And the next part's going to be how I treat certain conditions. Okay. So the first one is vitamin C. I take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C twice a day, and that means 2 grams. I also take what they call liposomal vitamin C. Liposomal vitamin C. And what that is, liposomal vitamin C is vitamin C which has been wrapped in a fatty envelope. So, and let's show you that. Liposomal vitamin C. This is the liposomal means that the vitamin C is wrapped in a fatty envelope. So when you eat liposomal vitamin C, you get a huge amount actively made to the cell, because regular vitamin C is ascorbic acid, and that's water soluble, and it's not easily absorbed into the different cells. Your cells have a fatty lipid membrane around it called a phospholipid membrane. So that liposomal vitamin C, since it's coated in fat, it passes through the cell wall easier Thus, you get more vitamin C to the cells. So, you know, I've had times where I've taken as many as 5 to 10,000 milligrams or 10 to 15 grams of vitamin C liposomal if I had an infection or something going on. All right. My next one would be vitamin D. Okay. Now, vitamin D is one of those ingredients, one of those things which is absolutely critically important for energy. Vitamin D is produced when the cholesterol and sunlight hit the body, and you have cholesterol and you have sunlight, and you will produce vitamin D. It's a hormone. It's not necessarily a vitamin, but they do call it a vitamin. And vitamin D is one of the major factors when people are sick or they're not feeling well, and they're, you know, more susceptible to COVID, having a lowered immune response, having a, you know, easier to get chest colds, possible COVID. Vitamin D levels on all of those people are very, very low. And so what they have found is that people that have enough vitamin D are much more resistant to getting colds and flus and viruses. Okay, that's why you've seen so much energy and talk about vitamin D. Now, vitamin D needs to be taken with zinc. Okay, and I recommend at least 200 micrograms of zinc. All right, and that's because without the zinc, the vitamin D doesn't work as well. So, you know, this is an anti-COVID measure. If you have you had taken your immunizations, if you did the vaccination and you're concerned about the spike proteins, vitamin D and zinc can be very beneficial in helping to treat that malady from those spike proteins. All right. So that's the importance of vitamin D. The next one would be vitamin A. And vitamin A is basically for eyes. It helps with your vision, but I take 1,000 micrograms per day. Now, vitamin D and vitamin A are fat soluble, so you don't want to do too much of them. Okay, the next one I take is the zinc sulfate, and like I told you, the 220 milligrams per day, micrograms per day, and that would be because when I take the vitamin D, I take the zinc. I also take a Super B complex, and Super B is really important because it controls all of your nerve functions, your inner, you know, it helps with neuropathies, it helps with pains, it helps with inflammation, and there's like 12 different B vitamins from B1 to B2 to B3. You've heard of B12. Well, getting them in a Super B complex kind of covers all those bases. So I highly recommend you take the B complex. The next one would be a multi-mineral supplement. Now, this is not a vitamin supplement. These are minerals. And minerals are trace elements that occur naturally in nature that plants provide to us. And when you're not getting enough plants that have enough minerals in it, which is really common, you gotta supplement with a mineral supplement. So I like liquid mineral supplements myself. You can also do some salts, you know, like the Himalaya salts, the sea salts that naturally have a lot of minerals in it. That's almost therapeutic. It's not the same as your iodized salt, that's table salt. This has minerals in it. So some people just use the salt, but not to get too complicated here, you need a multi-mineral supplement, okay? That's very, very important. All right, so the next part that I would tell you is that, you know, I want to talk 1 second about multivitamins, okay? And the multivitamins that I take is a product called Intramax.